Palma. Oh,
Oh,
that's unfair. That's Palma, 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes. Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Valoria is open. 3-pointer. Oh my goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Now it gets started to turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness!
we continue our coverage here at the Pasay Astrodome, and we're now in our second game of our first day triple header. We have the San Juan Knights raring to bounce back from their very first loss this season, and Chester Saldua for Bacolod will try to arrest a 2-game slide. It's Bacolod kontra San Juan dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Ken Panglinan still with Coach Christian Luanzon, and at courtside we have Miss Gianna Llanes. Coach Chris, daunting task for Bacolod, especially itong San Juan uhaw na uhaw bumawi sa kanilang unang pagkatalo.
Ang pinakayo mo pag yung mga nakalaban mo tulad ng San Juan, no? Yes, malakas na team. Ang mabigat doon, galing pa sa talo. Tulad nga ng sabi mo, siguradong uhaw yan ngayong larong ito. So if you're Bacolod, you really have to bring it tonight sa simula pa lang ng larong ito.
Of course, you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube and also on Solar Sports. We're on it this Thursday and it starts on 6 p.m. every Mondays and Saturdays. Nandyan po rin tayo on Solar Sports. And of course, pag-usapan na natin, Coach Chris, itong Bacolod, no? Because Bacolod, they won their game against Parañaque. That was their second win. Pero yung gauntlet ng mga nakalaban nila, Caloocan, and then last time out against Abra, and simply the firepower wasn't there to compete with Abra.
Well, itong larong ito, abot kamay pa to after 2 quarters at the half, Abra was only leading by 13 points. But then a massive 41-point quarter by Abra led by Joshua David. And itong si anak nila kay na si Dave Ildefonso, they just struggled offensively, really, and also defensively, allowing 41 points. But the biggest lead of the game was 39 points. You see how, Abra really manhandled itong Bacolod. Yung glaring number doon, yung 3-point shooting. 16 makes for Abra, 4 para sa Bacolod. That's a 36-point difference, and you could say that difference spelled out as yung difference ng larong yun because they lost by 31.
Coach, it's a pity for Bacolod that Chester Saldua has only played in 3 games because every time he comes into the court, Coach, nakikita natin yung kanyang impact, and despite this loss, he put up really big numbers in this game against Abra.
Well, he had 20 points off the bench in 27 minutes, only had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Now, this is a big guy, and every time you only get 3 rebounds, I'm sure, nobody needs to tell him that he needs to get more rebounds. The offensive game is there. He's an experienced guy in the league, played for Davao in his early MPBL career, and in this game had an efficient game as well as he shot the ball 64%.
And he will try to look to lead itong young team nitong Bacolod as they try to upset itong San Juan Knights. And of course, San Juan, we've mentioned how tough it was in Palayan City for them. Although this game, Coach Chris, you covered this one, and against Nueva Ecija, this was really, it lived up to the billing until in the 4th quarter. Nakita natin, dikitan lang, but we saw the Rice Vanguards once they had that second win, especially Robbie Celis putting those shots. Nakita natin San Juan never covered from there.
Yeah, you're right. I did cover that game, and kaya ngayong araw masaya ako dahil yung kasama ko nung araw na yun, hindi ko na kasama ngayon. No, isipin nyo na lang kung sino yun. But balik tayo dito sa numbers. No, you see how Nueva Ecija out-assisted itong San Juan. Ito naman, itong larong to, it was dip and tuck for 3 quarters until Orlan Wamar, who scored 11 in the 3rd quarter, struggled mightily in the 4th, only had 2 points. He finished the game with 18 points in that game, and the 4th quarter, 24-15 4th quarter by Nueva Ecija, the 9-point difference a big part of it was Robbie Celis. They had no answer for Robbie Celis, who finished with 22 points in that game. Kaya ngayon, itong Bacolod, I'm sure, isa sa mga mensahe no, ng coaching staff nila is siguradong gigil bumawi itong San Juan. Let's make sure magandang simula natin. As you look at the numbers of Orlan Wamar, good numbers, yes, pero kinapos sa dulo tulad ng nabanggit natin. No, he was locked down defensively by Nueva Ecija. Only had a 2 points rather. Tingnan natin no, kung makakabawi sila ngayon, which I'm sure 99.9% yun.
And don't forget, he set a record in this very same building, 22 points in the fourth quarter against Imus. Ngayon, tungo na tayo sa ating venue announcer Richard Tampos as he introduces the starters of Bacolod and San Juan.
Enjoy the evening and welcome to the second game here at the Cuneta Astrodome. It's Bacolod versus San Juan in Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Let's make way for the starting lineups. First up, the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Playing center number 25, Miles Cañal. Forward number 10, JC Adjay. Point guard number 9, Mark Dubuzay. Also at guard number 8, John Pasjas. Power forward number 0, Chester Saldua. Bacolod Tubo Slashers is led by Pau Habilona. Assistant coaches Noy Baclao, Emric Sahota, and Briton Habilona. Assistant team manager Kevin Custodio. Now for the MPBL Season 2 champion, San Juan Knights. Two guard number 0, Sean Jackson. Point guard number 13, Royce Alforque. Coming in at center number 9, Dexter Maiquez. At forward number 7, Ron Dennison. The other forward number 2, Mike Calisan. The head coach is Alex Angeles. His assistants are Jonathan Banal, RB Mangajas, James Zongpin, Nat Gregorio, Paulo Gorospe, Jix Guadamor, and PJ Maningan. Team consultants, the scholar Philip Cesar and Bongding Lasan. The team manager Jun Usman. The team owner is Honorable Senator Jinggoy Estrada.
Starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bacolod with the backcourt of Mark Dubuzay, John Pastias. At center, Miles Cañal. At the forward spots, JC Adjay and Chester Saldua for San Juan. Royce Alforque, Sean Jackson, Dexter Maiquez, Mike Calisaan, and Ron Dennison. The young guns of Coach Pau Havilona will take on the very experienced crew naman ni Coach Alex Angeles. And these two teams on opposite ends of the spectrum. Although Bacolod, they have already eclipsed their win total last season. They were able to snap a 27-game losing skid. Had that impressive win against Parañaque and also that nail-biting finish and won over Marikina. But a tall task at hand in taking care of San Juan. San Juan getting the first possession here.
How about the jump ball representative of San Juan? It was not their 4 or their 5 in Calisan Maiquez. It was Jackson.
Yeah.
And they win the tip and they score on the first offensive possession.
Mark Dubuzay.
So hindi natangkad yung basehan ngayon.
Oh, hindi na.
Yung ano na eh, yung leaping ability na eh.
Saldua inside, Cañal. JC Adjay draws closer. Floats one up off the glass. That rolls out. Napigan ng bola. Saldua getting a rebound.
Ito yung naglaro ng Negros, no? Ito si Ajay.
Yes.
Last season. So he's now in you're talking about Negros. Naka-leave. Pero leave ba ka mo? Yung naiwanan. First possession ng Bacolod. Libreng-libre. Naiwanan niya. Yung tao, ang ganda ng 3-point play na yun. Dito blip.
Yep. Mark Dubuzay getting past Sean Jackson for the basket.
Excuse me. Dubuzay. Ang layo nun, ha? Malabo. Nakasalamin na ako. Malabo pa yung mata ko. My apologies to the Dubuzay family. This is my first time to cover Bacolod.
Talaga
So
ba?
please give me a pass.
Ayan. Kaya magpapakilala yan maya-maya. Dubuzay, of course, one of the leading scorers for Bacolod this season. His first season as a professional player. So si Mike Kalisaan, ito piso-piso lang.
Tama ka doon. Alam mo, masamang balita pa dyan. Palagay ko, 10 piso na yung mamaya. Para sa Bacolod, Kasi talagang malaking improvement yan ni Kalisaan. Simula nung huling taon niya sa San Sebastian sa NCAA.
Alforque, former FEU Tamaraw, gets it to Sean Jackson. Thought about it. Nilabas papunta kay Maykes. Denison. Sasalaksak. Naagawan. Pastias. Bounce pass to Saldua. Susugod si Adjay. Gets blocked up top. Solid stand on defense by the Knights. Actually one of the best defensive teams in the league. Number 7 in terms of giving up points. 71.8 points na pinapamigay nitong San Juan. Maykes, tres. That is good. 7-2 start for the Knights.
Dexter Maykes, that's one part of his game, no? He doesn't really shoot that much, but when he does, it feels like it's always going in. Maganda yung bitaw niya. Kita mo, ganda ng backspin niya dun sa huling tira.
Adjay, that shot from the outside, a work in progress, resulting into a miss. Maykes, ganda ng pasadong dalawa. Kalisaan to Maykes, 9-2, San Juan. Adjay on the left side. Sila sa poste, Kanyal, laban kay Dexter Maykes. Spins inside, Kanyal, the drop step. But that shot will not work. Oh, solid screen by Kalisaan, freeing up Alforque.
Forces a timeout on this early 11-2 lead by San Juan. We talked about their thirst, yung kanilang uhaw. It's being displayed in the first 3 minutes ng larong to.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop personal karaoke speaker. Everyday karaoke. And San Juan putting the Jets early on, 11-2 start for the Knights.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Aminado si Coach Alex Angeles ng San Juan Knights na masakit talaga ang una nilang loss during the season kontra Nueva Ecija. Sabi niya, the good thing about is that buti na lang naramdaman nila yon during the eliminations and not during a knockout game. He adds that he feels like they really lost their defensive identity during that game. The fact that that was a high-scoring game alone shows that. At nung fourth quarter daw against Nueva Ecija, he also said that they really struggled with executing offensively. Kaya yun ang focus ng practice nila this week. Ang mensahe niya sa kanyang players is that even them coaches admit their mistakes. So they must be humble in defeat and bounce back with the lessons that they learned. Back to you, Ken and Christian.
Thank you, G. And San Juan, after putting up 71 points in the first 3 quarters, only 15 in the fourth. So nagkulang talaga in terms of execution on both ends.
They did, but I think for the most part, you gotta give credit to Nueva Ecija in that game. Defensively, they had their adjustments in the second half, especially against Orlan Wamar. From 11 points in the quarter and then 2 points in the fourth. And offensively, of how a guy like Robbie Celis, who we all know has everything in his bag, shooting from the outside, perimeter, 3-point shot. But in that game, everything was at the rim. So, yes, the struggle in that game by San Juan and lessons to be learned certainly early in the season. But at the same time, you gotta give credit to Nueva Ecija for being well prepared in all 4 quarters.
Masingit ko lang, Coach, napakagaling ng anak nun ni Robbie Celis.
Yes, nasa Bullpups sa NU. Sa MPBL Junior din yata.
Oo, nandun din yun.
Oo.
Naghahari din siya doon. Meanwhile, Saldua, masyadong matulis yung tira galing sa labas.
You know what they say, sometimes it's like father, like son.
Yeah.
And sa tingin ko, nakuha niya yun sa nanay.
11-4, 7-point lead. Denison.
Oo, napasa sa puting uniforme. Ito na ang Bacolod
Oh, what a
behind the back.
pass! Oh, Saldua blows the layup. Ajay there. Give Saldua another chance. It will stay with the Slashers.
They blow the layup, no? Itong si Saldua, pero babalik sa kanilang possession.
That would have been a highlight.
4-on-2 break.
Yeah. This guy, Aldiv Canoy, coming in. A lot of promise. Played 1 year for UST. As we see, Sobre Vega. Far from deep, no good. Alforque. Oh, great pass. Great rim run as well by Dexter Marquez.
An excellent seal screen by his big man partner na si Calisaan, no? Kaya nagkaroon na ng runway to the rim. Itong si Marquez who's having a strong start with 6 points.
Pastias speaks
5
at the
points
clock.
rather, excuse me.
Ajay against Jackson. JC Ajay wins that one.
Strong drive to the cup by Ajay and showing off yung kanyang malakas na pangangatawan.
13-6, 7 points separating these two squads past the halfway point of the first quarter.
Change of defense, bagsak sa zona itong Turbo Slashers.
Oh, the slot cut. Marquez though, drag his pivot foot.
You see the big-to-big relationship, no? Itong dalawa. No, whether it's passing or diving. No, ang ganda ng pasahan na yung amo yan, ika nga, ni Marquez at ni Calisaan. That time, though, turnover.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ajay again. Binigay muna kay Pastias, laban kay Denison. Janjan Pastias. Lalabas si Canoy. Puts it on the deck. No look pass to Ajay, who tries a free from the right corner. It's good.
Makes a whole lot of difference when you see that ball go into the rim. Earlier possession, nakakuha siya ng layup. This time, outside shot. Nakakatulong sa kumpiyansa.
Not really strong suit, JC Ajay, but making it count on that last strip. Denison sablay yung kanyang tres. Sobre Vega. And to escape, oh, the hook pass was intercepted though by San Juan. Alforque, forward pass to Calisaan, lost control. And bola babalik sa panig ng Tubo Slashers.
So both teams a little sloppy with the basketball. 2 straight turnovers combined. Babalik ngayon sa Bacolod, and because of the dead ball, a chance for Coach Sen Jinggoy para palitan a few of his Nikes.
Wamar and Soberano in for San Juan. Sobre Vega. Canoy, handoff, fakes it, drives. Ajay, this time from the elbow, off the heel. Wamar the rebound. Orlan Wamar will set the table for the Knights. The switch by Batalier. Back to Wamar. Long three-pointer by Orlan, automatic.
Hindi na kailangan mag-warm up ni Orlan Wamar. Nakuha niya ni warm up doon sa rebound. And then couple dribbles. In the first possession ng pagkapasok niya, nothing but net kagad.
Off that action at the elbow, pero hindi makakonvert si Jan Sobrevega. Soberano. Marquez, libreng-libre para sa tres.
Gotta love yung patience, no, ni Orlan Wamar doon. Some guards mag-heat check after ma-shoot yung kanilang unang basket. That drive turned out to be the hockey assist eventually for Marquez's second three.
Ajay, bounce pass to Canoy. He loves that shot, and that's why he hits it from free.
Apparently, Calisaan doesn't know na gusto niya itirang yon because all Calisaan did, pinanood lamang at diretso. Papuntang bottom of the net yung tira nun.
19-12. That pass broken up. Ajay tried to recover.
Kick ball.
Kick ball against San Juan. Bola babalik sa Bacolod. Check out this three-point shot of the game. It's at the end of Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. That was Aldiv Canoy hitting a three, top of the key. Welcome sight for Bacolod. You got Anthony White coming in. As you see, San Juan 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, 2 of 6 naman ng Bacolod. Anthony White gets it to Aldiv Canoy. The flyby. Oh, what a nifty reverse. Aldiv Canoy.
Beautiful move indeed. And because of that, no, little 2-2-1. 3-quarter court press para sa Bacolod.
5-point lead. Oh, Soberano is open. But can't hit it. Digo Panganiban did not have the angle on that putback attempt. At foul itatawag against Dexter Marquez.
Certainly the two guys. We talked about San Juan having a bounce-back game. Itong dalawang player na to, yung huling tumira, Panganiban at si Soberano. Importante itong larong to, papasok ng mga next few games nila because they struggled mightily in the last game.
Play of the game brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with OneXBet.
Played a combined 24 minutes. Also a combined 2 for 6 points. Combined yung dalawang yun, no? And imagine if just one of them pumutok nung larong yun. That could have been a different story. Pero Parshas, with that nice looking jumper, able to hit para sa Bacolod.
Tubo Slashers in the midst of a 7-0 run. They've cut the lead to 3, but Soberano answers with a big triple.
Maganda din sa dalawang to, nagtutulungan, no? Yung nabanggit natin, yung struggles nila in the last game. Soberano hits his first 3 of 2 attempts. Matatawagan pa ng offensive foul. Si Canoy umusli yung kanyang baywang.
Dave Canoy, napangiti doon si Senator Jinggoy. 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. San Juan, abante ng 6. Wamar sa bantang kanan, crossover, sidestep, nilabas papunta kay AC, another free. Gets it back. Pupukul ulit. Panganiban sneaks in. Ooh, a foul called against Bacolod.
You see the mindset of AC Soberano. After a few days off, I'm sure pinanood nila yung last game at the same time kumpiyansang binibigay rin ng coaches. They not even hesitate even after the first miss in this possession. Pagbagsak niya sa kanya ng bola, wala nang isip-isip, pinitawang kagad niya. At the same time, yung kanyang partner na nasa weak side was ready for the miss. Panganiban right now at the line. Mintis lamang yung una, tama?
Yeah, LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Those are his numbers, 3.6 points per contest, down from last season where
Certainly.
he averaged 7 points per contest, no?
Yung impact din eh. Usually sila Panginiban at si Soberano, aside from yung mga baskets nila from the outside, usually mararamdaman mo sila in transition. And these are two good defensive players as well. Pero medyo struggling, no? Lalo na si Panganiban tulad nga nung numero mga binanggit mo.
Turnover against Bacolod, but only 2 seconds remaining for San Juan.
And to me, that's scary. Because even though Panganiban is struggling to the season, they were 9-0
Yeah.
before that loss last Saturday.
Gamboa catches from half court. He heaves. First quarter comes to a close. San Juan threatened to pull away, but Bacolod able to answer with 7 unanswered points. But San Juan with hell-bent on bouncing back from their very first loss here, Coach Chris.
Well, ito, yung pagpasok ni Wamar, ito yung unang possession, offensive possession. Hindi na nagdalawang isip, nabasa yung depensa, catch and shoot, pasok. And then ito yung magandang reverse, yung atake sa baseline. By, is that Canoy?
Yeah, Aldiv Canoy.
May Canoy. And then ito, yung drive-in kick ni Wamar para sa kanyang shooter na si Soberano na kinailangan nila. Pero up by 6 lamang ang San Juan after 10 minutes of play.
Medyo, of course, disappointed kasi yun ang chance namin na para mag number 1 or mag home court advantage sa kanila. But ganun talaga yung game. So, medyo kinapos ng konti. So, move on na lang. Defense namin. Sobrang Ang gigis namin hindi maganda. Saka yung pass-back points nila, marami yata. Saka yung bigs nila, medyo, yung dalawang bigs nila doon, medyo contribute talaga. So, yun ang
Papa Ray, his sentiments in that loss contra Nueva Ecija. What's ironic about that is they're really trying to focus on defense under the tutelage of Coach Alex Angeles. Pero si Coach Alex, gunslinger yan nung playing this time.
Nag-iiba na talaga ang anyo ng isang tao from a player to a coach.
Oo.
No, because magkaiba and this is always a misconception, no? As you look at the field goal shooting for both teams, above 50% itong San Juan, and then below 40% naman itong Bacolod. And if you're Bacolod, that's something you gotta feel good because you're only down by 6 despite of the numbers that we just showed. And to your point, no, tama ka dyan. Itong si Alex Angeles was known to be an outside shooter, a point guard.
Yeah.
Not really a defensive, specialist nung kanyang heyday, but certainly a champion at heart. At ano naman natin, if kung champion ka, you have the championship experience, kailangan mong dumepensa. At yun ang kanyang, kumbaga, mantra, no? Has led Bacoor. As you see that 3 by Soberano. Speaking of Bacoor, a team that we dearly miss this season, naka-leave of absence yan, may nakikita rin akong familiar face dito na si Mr. Abella.
Oo, nandyan lang.
Oo, mamaya papakita natin yan.
Sigurado yan.
Oo, and
Ayan.
yan.
Right on cue.
Si Boss.
Boss Dennis.
Oo, Boss Dennis. At yun nga, no, si Coach Alex, he led also a Bacoor team to the finals. Is that 2 seasons ago?
Yeah,
Yeah,
season
2
5.
seasons ago, yeah.
May napituan unsportsmanlike foul dito. Looks like it's Ira Batalier, but they will review this one. Coach Pao Havelona, Coach Noy Baclao, right? What a combination.
O sila mismo, pwede sila mag-2-man game sa loob eh.
Sa palagay ko,
Tsaka parehas na yan, ha? UAP champions yan.
yes. Parehong ding matindi sa depensa. 25-16, 8 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. And we're seeing here that yung Bacolod, they're showing some fight. And although San Juan though has hit their freeze lately, 5 out of 12. You saw 2 threes from AC Soberano. And you know what's ironic, Coach Chris? Ewan ko maniniwala ka sa akin, but the numbers show they're bottom 5 coming into this game in terms of 3-point makes and 3-point attempts. Itong San Juan.
And at the same time, as a coach, you know that you haven't reached your ceiling yet, and that's ridiculous for us to even think about because they're 9-1.
Yeah.
And last week, they were still unbeaten. And yet, alam mong marami pang may improve yung kuponan mo. And these numbers that, we're throwing out, I'm sure alam ni Coach Alex yan eh. And you see this drive by Arvin Gamboa, I'm just impressed. I feel that Arvin has taken a leap this season in terms of his skill set as a big. Hindi mo makikita sa kanya dati mga ganitong galawan. Yeah, that was a little the mini inside out to crossover left to right and the finish with the 3-point play. Dati nakikita natin yan. Pinapakita yung outside shot, maybe a little post moves, pero yung mga breakdown moves, more of this season yun eh.
Yeah.
Marami din siya yan nung Sabado, kalaban nila kay Sia.
Signature din yung sidestep in transition. Hirap tigilan. Dubose. This is a fun matchup between him and Orlan Wamar, but Wamar called for that foul. And if there's one player for Dubose that he could look at, ito si Orlan Wamar na nagsimula, coach, for San Juan, third string point guard, but work his way up. And now, is probably the face of the San Juan franchise para dito sa MPBL.
Take out probably. Siya talaga ang mukha ng San Juan yan. Yeah. No question. Ang kaagaw niya lang yun, si Senator Jinggoy.
Soberano thought about it. Binigay kay Reynel Hugnatan. Wamar. Got blitz. Tatakbo dito ang Bacolod after they got a steal. Oh, Saldua! Oh, but Wamar called for that foul. Saldua having a word as he fell down on the floor. Although, ano naman, okay naman. Ito, pangalawa na yan, ha? Ni Orlan Wamar.
Faced with a decision, obviously, is San Juan because we're still early in this second quarter. Kung ipapahinga, titignan nila, no? Kung pwedeng ma-upgrade, I believe, to an unsportsmanlike foul kasi tumawid siya while papunta sa basket, no? Yung fast break na yan, si Chester Saldua.
At meron din challenge from San Juan. And we'll be back for the result.
The challenge made by San Juan Knights is unsuccessful. Foul on Honor Wamar is second.
Bigo si Coach Alex sa pag-challenge. You'll see here, this was Duboze dumping it to Saldua. What do you think about that, Coach?
Really a judgment call. I think the foul was more of a crossing. Yung path. Minsan dangerous call yun eh. Pero marginal yung contact dun sa tuhod. Tinamaan and uncontrolled yung tira ni Chester Saldua.
Let's check in with Gianna.
Wala daw talagang plano si Chester Saldua na maglaro sa MPBL season na ito dahil busy siya sa kanyang tatlong business. Pero pinangako sa kanya ng Bacolod na tutulungan siya sa kanyang mga priorities. He is the veteran of this team unlike the previous situations that he's been in, but it's an opportunity daw to advise his teammates to shine and show their abilities but also focus on team goals first. Yun daw ang natutunan niya kay Mark Yee noong teammate sila sa Davao. Chester adds na that's not the only thing he carries with him from his past this season. His first love is soccer and once had a desire to play that professionally. So he loves to show that speed and footwork on court. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. And Chester Saldua also bringing in that championship pedigree when they won the championship itong Davao Occidental back in season 3. And as G mentioned, learning from the one and only immortal na si Mark Yee.
Good to know also that, apart from basketball, Soberano hits a three, that he has something going for him with that entrepreneur hat.
Tatlong tres para kay AC Soberano. And this three-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. And AC now has 11 points. Finding the stroke early para dito sa San Juan.
Certainly something we need here in Cuneta. Some AC.
All right, 32-16, San Juan with a 16-point lead. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan a QR code, then claim your special offer. Glad to have you here at the Pasay Astrodome, the second game of our Thursday triple header. San Juan, their next 3 games, May 26 kontra Val City Magic. June 7 against Parañaque Patriots. On the 14th, they will take on the Muntinlupa Cagers. And San Juan, abante dito with 6 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in the second period. San Juan looks like they're zoning up here.
Yeah, change of defense after the inbounds. Senyas kagad ni Coach Alex, pero mukhang ready itong Bacolod.
Yeah. Kanyal able to cut back door and a foul will be called against San Juan.
Ano mo kayo ang importante doon as the offensive team pag nagkakaroon ng mga audible, no? Yung mga pag-change ng depensa ito na ginawa ng San Juan is that you don't stop playing. Some teams would freeze at the moment, maybe for 3 to 5 seconds, and then what does that do? Nababawasan na obviously yung shot clock mo and takes you out of rhythm. Ang ginawa naman ng Bacolod, ang maganda rito, kahit na nagpalit ng depensa, pumunta kaagad sila sa kanilang mga pwesto, posisyon sa loob. And then, nahanap kaagad yung open man sa ilalim, yung pag-cut nitong si Kanyal. Free throws tuloy yung mabibigay sa kanya.
Panganiban, hobbling towards the bench.
Not a good sign, obviously. Napag-usapan natin yung importance ng larong ito from a confidence standpoint, especially para kay Panganiban, because this is something that just a type of game that you expect to win. So far, they're up by 15, and at the same time, as a springboard para maingat ang kumpiyansa mo sa mga next few games mo. Nakita naman natin yung mga next few games nila.
Yeah, Val City, Parañaque, certainly winnable games. And they have Muntinlupa on a roll. Oh, Gamboa, hard foul given up.
But a hard fall.
Yeah. Was that? Si Pastias ba to? He's down.
I believe so.
Yeah. Yep, Janjan Pastias. He was airborne as he tried to stop that drive by Arvin Gamboa.
Pero sumisigaw dito ang San Juan na yung foul down ni Pastias ay tinamaan sa ulo si Arvin. So humingi sila ng upgrade for a possible oo. Alam mo, unsportsmanlike foul yun. That should be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Regular foul lang, ha? 32-17, Pastias is up.
Which I strongly disagree with.
Yeah.
That should have been an unsportsmanlike foul. I mean, last time I checked, you cannot push with your two hands, with your two arms, ang ulo ng isang tao. Yun yung nangyari dun. San Juan certainly has a case. I mean, syempre, ang medyo nangibabaw sa scene na yun, yung hard fall ni Pastias. Pero hindi naman mangyayari yun kung hindi niya rin tinulak yung ulo.
Battle for the rebound, nakuha ni Viloria, kakapasok lang. Oh, Soberano against two white jerseys, but can't get it to fall from the outside. Duboze, oh, great save. Intia, a little bit out of control, sinugod yung dalawang defenders doon. Saldua though, able to recover.
Oo, naunahan sa kabataan. You know, ito si Reynel Hugnatan, hawak na yung bola pero mabilis yung kamay ni Saldua.
Viloria skying high for the board, but they turn the ball over. Duboze going right at Papa Ray.
How about that? Fearless yung kanyang atake. Napabackpedal na lang ito si Papa Ray.
By the way, Papa Ray facing his hometown, Bacolod.
Bacolod, tama. Just sumikat yan. Negros Slashers. Back in the NBA days.
Yes. Sablay yung tira. Ni Hugnatan sa ilalim. Ajay. No. Foul will be called on San Juan. It's a bit of a lull here, but Bacolod certainly trying to catch up. Gamboa was... Gamboa ba yung tinawagan?
Yeah, I believe so. Kasi bumagsak na naman this time. This time, no? Hindi si Pastas yun.
That was India.
Yeah.
He fell down. JC Ajay at the line. Those are his numbers. Struggling from the line though, 45.5%. Makes good on the first. And you've mentioned Bacoor earlier, Coach Chris. Actually, JC Ajay was part of that who went to the finals. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong plans brand ng Pilipinas. Although played sparingly for Bacoor.
I remember. Yeah. Now that you mentioned it.
Intia. Off the bounce, lays it up and in.
Oh, what a smart play by Kanyal, kaya nakapiran siya ngayon eh. Ito si Kanyal because yung seal screen na yun opened up the lane for this layup by India after he gets the steal. Dire-diretso sa basket. Ayun yung seal screen, no?
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the go speaker, take your music anywhere. Bacolod has trimmed down the gap. It's down to 10, 32-22.
We have a referee substitution, referee marking for referee Carrasco.
Again, a look at Boss Dennis Abella in attendance.
Grabe ang airtime ni Boss, ha? Baka isipin niya, nape-pressure siya na gusto natin pabalikin ang Bacoor for Season 8. Palagay ko yun eh.
Of course, happy birthday, Richard Tampos.
Uy!
Celebrated his birthday yesterday. Of course,
Siya rin bang Barker kahapon? Kasi
hindi siya.
Hindi siya?
Hindi.
Hindi. So hindi natin narinig yung kay Big Boy.
Hindi. Oo nga eh. Siya nagpauso nun
Okay.
eh.
Ang mabigat doon hindi lang yung sound. Meron pang neck effect yun. Na parang bobblehead.
Dapat yata direct kunan mo si Richard pag ginawa niya yun eh.
Yes!
Diba?
Yes! Sang-ayon ako ron. Alam mo, Ken, yan ang pinakamagandang sinabi mo so far sa dalawang laro. Pero ito, hindi maganda to sa San Juan. Naputukan sila ng shot clock after a timeout. Maganda yan. Sigurado ako. Magiging viral yan.
10-point lead for San Juan. You see the turnover story though. +2 ang San Juan. 8-6. Pwede. Richard, syempre, OG yan. Ito, layup galing kay Dubose. This is down to 8.
How about Debusay rejecting the ball screen? And a little acrobat finish. Papuntang kaliwa, pero finish with his right hand. And then yung focus sa depensa kagad, dininay kagad si Wamar. Pero hugnatan, sumagot sa kanyang hometown with that short corner, Jay.
Balik sa 10 lamang ng San Juan. Under 4 minutes remaining here. JC Ajay on the left side against Raniel Viloria. Intia pops out. Oh, crossing over sa bandal. Gets in the paint but can't finish. Viloria. Sa bandal, pupukol sa labas. Masyado malakas. Ajay. Chance here in transition. Goes right at sa bandal. Gets blocked. Saldua tracks it down for Bacolod. 12 on their shot clock to Bose.
They gotta get into reaction quickly. Mauubusan sila ng oras dito.
5 on their shot clock. India in the paint. The fake. Oh!
Or not.
Nasa likod si Papa Ray, but nonetheless, India able to
Si
score.
Papa rin natawa na lang eh. Kasi feeling ko, kala niya, palpal na niya eh. Pero nakalusot pa rin si India. What a bailout play.
Balik sa 8 lamang. Viloria, balik kay Wamar. Puts it on the deck. Foul called off the pass. Unfortunate for Bacolod, only 6 sa shot clock from San Juan. And now let's check out this Gixer great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Ganda ng shot fake, no?
Another look at that one. Nandun si Papa Ray sa likod eh.
Oo, ibang angulo naman to. Ayan, oh. Akala ni Papa Ray. Yung reaction ni Papa Ray. Palpal to, palpal to. Hindi pala.
Viloria, just inside the arc. Gets it in.
nice catch and shoot on that out of bounds under by Viloria. I believe his first 2.
Yeah. 10 points, the lead. Once again for San Juan. Bacolod turns it over. Viloria has Salduma to beat. Lays it up and in.
Just like that, Viloria has quick 4 points in a matter of seconds.
Approaching the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Dubose. Omar still on his grill. Dubose, tough shot. Oh, kissing it off the glass and in. Kita niyo yung assist story natin. 14 assists already for the Knights. But that time, one-on-one by Dubose over Omar.
What I like about this move is that he didn't settle for the jumper kahit na umilalim sa ball screen. Itong si Wamar took it to his chest, rised above, and had the concentration to finish for the 2+1 special coming up.
Both teams putrid from the line. 2 of 7 ang Bacolod. Make that 2 of 8. San Juan has yet to make a free throw. 0 out of 3. This remains a 10-point ball game. Alforque. So Wamar exits to the bench with 2 fouls. Actually did a good job managing his 2 fouls there. Sa bandal, binigay kay Marquez. Shot clock winding down. A second remaining. Viloria. That one bounces out. Dubose. Intia cuts.
What a pass.
Saldua. Offense a bit stalling here for Bacolod, and it results into a turnover.
You see, I thought Chester Saldua either should have shot that or decided right away what to do. But when you freeze, when your offense is in rhythm, sometimes it results into a turnover. Tulad nito, turnover and then layup si Viloria.
Pass per the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the go speaker, take your music anywhere.
Ang pinakaayaw mo kasi, no, yung pag nasa yung bola is when you hold on to it. Ang mangyayari, pinapanood ka ng mga kasama mo, nawawaling rhythm ng opensa.
Ubalde nasa loob na for San Juan. He turns the ball over though. Intia. Susugod, babagsak. Walang pito. Bola babalik sa San Juan.
And I thought that was a good no call. Hindi sang-ayon si Pau Havelona. Trying to go for that split. It was Intia in transition, which was pretty much like a 1-on-2 break. Ang problema doon, it's either he fell by himself and lost his balance.
52 seconds remaining.
Ubalde, pinasok.
Oo nga eh.
Ito ang kalaban ni Orlan Wamar in terms of face of San Juan.
Oo, pwede.
Kasi matagal na rin yan dyan eh.
Fadeaway jumper. Ooh. Ay, hindi. Offensive foul. Kala ko na-foul siya dun. Offensive foul caught on Joseph Ubalde.
Pero ipangalan na lang natin siyang franchise 2. Franchise 1 si Orlan.
Pwede. Pwede naman. Actually, pareho namang long tenured San Juan Knight yan. Dalawang yan eh.
Marami nang napalitan. Marami nang mukhang nakita natin before na wala na ngayon. Pero silang dalawa nandiyan pa rin.
About a 8-second differential between shot and game clock for Bacolod. Batalier swishes in that shot just inside the arc. This is a huge defensive possession para dito sa Bacolod. Marquez. Oh, Alforque tried to follow it up. And second quarter comes to a close.
Yeah, and to your point, malaking bagay yun sa Bacolod because they turned the lead down to single digits and to start the third sa kanilang unang possession. So, pwedeng magkaroon ng mini run to, no? Para sa ending nitong second quarter and then papasok ng third quarter, feel good about themselves sa halftime. As you see the numbers of AC Soberano.
Yeah, 11 points, hit 3 3-pointers. And AC Soberano, when his shot is clicking, good things usually happen para dito sa San Juan. And right now though, they're in a dogfight against the young Bucks of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers at the half. The Knights ahead 38-30 over the Tubo Slashers.
is annihilating Oscar De Loyas. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way up and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching now. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Right now, it seems like every extra possession is going to the side of Pangasinan, and they convert the Heat Waves up by 11. And this has been a collective effort.
On the second chance opportunity, an off-ball movement. Hockey assist by Gabo, who got the offensive rebound. Direct assist for Talio to Flores. 11-point lead.
Only fitting that he leads this team in the MPBL. Comboy on the run. Adlawan. Oh, access denied!
Wow! Oh my goodness.
Cebu Classic defense on point.
What a way to swat that shot away.
Couple of layups para kay Eman Calo. Thought it was a goaltend there. Lastimosa with a tough drive.
Sometimes you got players na talagang mas gusto pa yung may bunggo. And si Carlo ang isa na doon. It's been pretty much the rebounding action, allowing for second chance opportunities.
63 to 68, baseline inbound for Basilan. Cabagnot from the corner. Big shot from the Crunchman. It's a 2-point game. Anxious moments here for Binyan, but what a play from Coach Rich Alvarez to free up the Crunchman for the corner three.
Well, you gotta credit Eman Calo for that perfect pass. Just on that catch and shoot motion for Alex Cabagnot. They've had, what, 5 in succession ba? Kasi si Val Chao ka nakaisa rin kanina.
Oh, Jeff Comia, binitbit muna ang bola bago tinapos sa kabila. What a move from Jeff Comia.
2 points yun, pero mukhang 3 points sa effort eh, no? Grabe yung finish na yun ni Jeff Comia. Just a master in dribble penetrations.
Wow. Taking the lead here, 42 to 40, under a minute to play. Wamar against Macaloni now. Wamar is ahead. Wamar floats. What a shot.
Now they go for the switch. Malaking yung big man ang kumuha, no? Kay Orlan Wamar was able to beat Macaloni. But how about that
That's
finger roll?
Steph Curry-esque.
Montuano. Balik kay Robbie Manalang. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Robbie trying to turn the corner. Forces up a free. Oh, banks it in! Robbie Manalang under the rest. Able to will that one through.
My goodness. I was gonna say, nasa isip ko na rin yung sasabihin ko. I was gonna say, what a terrible take by Robbie Manalang.
Answered the call the past few games, including this one. Tampos gets ahead. Tampos hangs in the air and gets the bucket. The hoop and the harm para kay Boom Boom Tampos.
Oh my goodness, Javi. The elevation, the finish through contact.
Defying the laws of physics, Boom Boom Tampos featured in our play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. I will absolutely feel more game if I see more shots like that from Boom Boom Tampos.
San Juan unable to capitalize on that steal. Pero here comes Nueva Ecija. The spin cycle and the finish. The former MVP, JC Marcelino. You know what? This is too big of a game for JC Marcelino not to make an impact.
Because we heard the oohs And even before the shot, doon sa spin move pa lang, narinig mo na sa crowd.
Only have one timeout here in overtime. Wala nang timeout ang Pasig. Garcia having trouble. Gets it to Lester Reyes. Robbie Manalang attacks. Kick out pass. Jaime against two defenders. Getting that shot up and in.
23 points for Papa Cheats. He has defied the defense numerous times in this game. Tough shot after tough shot. I thought Manalang would have been better off here trying to go inside into the basket, trying to sneak his way past that help defender. I thought he could have scooped the shot in on that left side, but still giving it to that deep corner kay Chito Jaime.
Our halftime score, 30 for the Bacolod Tubo Slashers, 38 for the San Juan Knights. The Knights trying to bounce back from their very first loss this season, but they're getting a little bit of a challenge here kontra dito sa Bacolod, Coach Chris.
Right, you look at the numbers now, you would think San Juan is dominating this game, shooting above 50, and then Bacolod less than 40. 3-point shooting, you know, plus 12 points sila ron with San Juan 6 makes and only 2 for Bacolod. Yung bench points, Amir Soberano himself, you know, pantay sila 11 points and 22 for San Juan, so that's plus 11. And nandiyan na rin yung fast break points. So you would think, what's keeping Bacolod in the game? Dapat 20-point lead natin itong San Juan. It's because of the turnovers they forced against San Juan, which was 10, and then naging 11, no? Yung naging translation na yung points of turnovers. Also the second chance points. Dahil yung offensive rebounding ng Bacolod belong to them 8-6. No, compared to San Juan, at ang na-convert nila ron ay 6 compared to nothing for San Juan. So, those are the tiny bits of numbers kung bakit hindi blowout yung nangyari sa first half. Ang maganda pa rito, tulad nung pinoint out natin, as you see, the leading scorers for Bacolod, led by Mark Dobusay, is yung maliit na momentum na create nila before the quarter ended. Ending it with a basket and then a stop. And then ngayon, papasok ng third quarter, bola nila. So if they can make a basket here, let alone a 3, you're just looking at a 2-possession ball game to start itong third quarter.
Soberano with 11 points to lead San Juan. And it's great that you mentioned, Coach Chris, yung advantage nitong Bacolod in terms of second chance points, offensive rebounds, and also yung points of turnovers, because coming into this game, they were dead last in terms of offensive rebounds, second chance points.
Ang Bacolod.
Yes, ang Bacolod. Yes. And also, third to the last in terms of points of turnovers. So, at least, sa mga departments na yun, they're trying to catch up and they're trying to rectify that. But San Juan, though, they're also a good third quarter team. So, titignan natin how Bacolod will respond to that.
They've been a great third quarter team for 3 seasons already. Yeah. Almost like if they have an excellent third quarter, is that they're gonna automatically they're gonna win the game. It almost feels like that. And dun sa mga binanggit mo, really, itong Bacolod, really kept their heads above water. Kaya eto, papasok, My mistake. Ibang araw yung nakita ko. First possession ng San Juan to start the third.
So let's see if Bacolod could get a stop. My guess, no good. Rebound control by Saldua.
Nonetheless, a stop for Bacolod so they could trim this lead down to 6 or maybe even 5 with a 3.
Bacolod playing with 2 bigs right now. Saldua, Kanyal, together with Anthony White, Mark Duboze, and JC Adjei. There's a foul called underneath the basket.
Kalisaan and Kanyal.
Kanina pa sila naggigiran First possession pa lang ng San Juan.
So double foul.
Double foul pala, yeah. Quite half though for Mike Kalisaan in the first 2 quarters. Only scored 4 points. Now it's Saldua putting the moves on. Hook shot by Chester, no good. Battle for the rebound, napunta kay Dexter Maiquez.
That was a good move. It was just everything but the basket para kay Saldua. Got his 2 feet inside the paint. Malakas nga lamang. Maiquez.
Di umawa. Nakakuha ni Anthony White yung rebound. Duboze. Attacks.
What a screen by Kanyal.
In the paint. He gets the bounce.
And that's a tough screen to make because gumagalaw na yung handler na si Duboze. So unahan sa pwesto yan For you to have the discipline and to hit the screen while your teammate is in stride, that's really a skill.
Maiquez traveled, yeah. Bacolod, the series of stops to begin the quarter.
Ito, narinig natin dito in live play yung change of defense ni Coach Alex Angeles sa ball screen kasi kaya na libre doon si Duboze dahil doon sa screen ni Kanyal. Doon sa drag screen na yun, yung huling possession.
Anthony White. Now it's Saldua. Duboze puts it on the deck. Kanyal thought about it. Draws closer. Oh, what a move! Kanyal, the unconventional move leading to a 3-point play opportunity.
And what a move indeed that was. Tingnan mo naman to, a little swipe towards the inside. Enough to create contact. I believe that move he was trying to create contact. But how about the concentration to finish that one?
Let's check in with Gianni Leanis.
Masaya actually si Coach Pau sa intensity ng Bacolod sa first half and even applauded them during their halftime huddle. Defensively, proud siya sa aggressiveness ng kanyang kupunan. Ngayon daw na mas familiar na sila sa tendencies ng San Juan, they discussed how to read the game better. They need to keep their hands up when the Knights pass to their big men, expecting na most of the time lob pass ito. He adds na kailangan daw nila i-expect ang kumpiyansa ng kalaban kung kailan sila magtitres dahil opportunity daw ito to rebound and quickly transition in their favor. AC Soberano was also a part of their discussion how to close in more defensively to contain his shots. And when it comes to getting the lead, Bacolod plans to use their ball screens more effectively and be more fearless in attacking the basket. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. And for a young and you'd say inexperienced team like Bacolod, putting that in mind as we see Chester Saldua knock down a free Nakikita natin, Coach Chris, no? They're trying to read yung gustong gawin ng San Juan, and to Gianna's point and to the game plan nga ni Coach Pao, nakikita natin, you know, their attention to detail so far has been decent as they try to stop itong San Juan from getting another win here, as we see that foul call though against Bacolod.
Now that's why I thought the last possession for Bacolod, which in, you know, Saldua hit a corner three, this one, I thought this was impressive because nag-adjust na sa ball screen itong San Juan from the drop, no, to the ball screen. That time they were taking away the short roll. Nahanap nila si Saldua sa corner dahil medyo na late ng closeout itong si Dexter Maiquez. As you see, Coach Sen Jinggoy, you know, obviously not pleased.
Matik yan, basta sablay yung free throw. LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Yung 2-2-1, full court to delay the offense itong Bacolod. Had a slash out, couple seconds pagkatawid ng half court.
It's a 5-point lead. Actually, only a 4-point lead. 41-37. Saldua puts it on the deck. Swing pass. Ajay, 5 on their shot lock. JC puts it up. Short. Rebound by Royce Alforque. Kalisaan. Oh, contorts himself in mid-air and scores.
I thought Ajay had a chance to attack for a catch and go pagka-swing sa kanya sa kaliwang bahagi, but settled for a jumper that led to a fast break. Ito na muli ang San Juan. What a touch pass.
Maiquez falls down, got pushed by Miles Canyal. San Juan picking things up a bit here in the last couple of minutes. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Mahirap na basket yun kasi tumama yung kanyang bitaw doon, halos nasa gilid na ng board, no? Pero ang ganda ng pectus niya para kumapit yung bola at the tip of the rim and eventually pumasok. Pero itong changing of defense, no, ni Coach Alex Angeles from, you know, picking up half court, then full court, 2-2-1 to zone, has turned out to be good for them. As you see the numbers by Maiquez in their last game against Nueva Ecija, 5 of 8 for 14 points.
11 of those coming in the second half for Dexter Maiquez as he hits both free throws.
11 points na rin siya ito after those free throws.
45-37. Cross court, Duboze, Batalier, quick pass to Anthony White, skips in the lane. Yeah, too many steps, traveling call against Anthony White.
That's worth another look because every time you do the hop step move, which he did, you cannot take off and land with the same foot. No, I think that prompted the official para sa tawag na yon. So, yan yung nabanggit natin. No? Itong 2-2-1 na to, third defensive possession na yun. Then, I believe drops into a zone. You know, tatlong stop na rin yun.
Kalisaan, no good. Running start for Duboze. Mark, oh, aggressive take to the basket. 2 points for Mark Duboze.
I am really impressed with this game. Yung fearless na atake na ugali niya, at the same time, shows that time yung body control niya sa ere.
Kalisaan. He was stopped there, but the foul will be called by against Bacolod. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free insulation for split-type air conditioners.
Look at that, the inside move, and then that jump stop to stop in a dime, and then that quick explosion as a smaller offensive player para finish. Pero finish pa kamo, Kalisaan. Pinakita ito, simple lang.
Recipient of that gorgeous feed from Royce Alforque. 47-39. Ajay on the left side. Again, that defense of San Juan stymieing the progress of Bacolod. Aldiv Canoy off the bounce. Yeah. Easy call.
did not really need to do that, I thought, because he was able to commit 2 blue shirts already, had a kick out on the weak side.
Clear the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. San Juan trying to re-establish a double-digit lead as we approach the halfway point of the third period. Alforque,
Good pass.
Marquez, three-pointer is good. Actually, long two.
That forces a timeout. That's how crucial the turnover was. Yung offensive foul na nangyari para sa Bacolod. How about the execution? This pass right here, simple but on point. Dahil sakto yung timing, yung pag-roll ng big man, libre yung pag-lift ni Marquez, libre sa tira.
4 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. Bacolod calls for time. Check out our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. And our fans in attendance here at the Pasay Astrodome, Dexter Marquez, slowly but surely piling up his production. And G has a report on Dexter Marquez.
Kwento ni Dexter Marquez na kung hindi siya naglalaro ng basketball dito sa Pilipinas, he always saw himself living in Canada. Yun din daw ang isang lugar na gusto niyang dalhin ang kanyang pamilya para ipasyal sila. Fulfilling these dreams only motivates Dexter more to be the best he can be here in the MPBL. Kwento niya, besides their film viewing after game sa ensayo, nanalo man o natalo sila, he will watch the game at least 3 more times over so he can improve his personal game. Lalo na dahil habang tumatagal siya dito sa MPBL, mas na-realize niya ang halaga ng mental fortitude. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. No, attention to detail, Dexter Marquez.
Right.
The veteran player that he is already. And people forget that last minute addition na ulit si Dexter Marquez para dito sa San Juan.
For this season?
For this season,
Okay.
yes. But you've seen him na yung contribution pa rin niya, Coach Chris, di matatawaran. Especially that combination with him and Kalisaan.
Yeah. So that's good to know, no? And probably adds a chip on his shoulder, possibly. Maybe I don't know. Maybe sinadya ng San Juan, but I want to ask you about the report by Gianna. Iba talaga ang buhay eh. Because minsan, no, yung mga tulad ng report ni Gianna about Marquez, yung mga nandito gusto pumunta sa ibang bansa, sa Canada specifically. Pero yung mga Canadian, nandito naman. No? Tulad ni Gianna. Kaya natawa ako.
Yun pala
Natawa ako sa, yung report nila sa Gianna pa, ang report. So that to me, ang sinasabi lang nun is that may mga bagay that would not make sense to us, but makes sense to the people who decide on those things. Right?
Yeah.
Hindi natin alam kung bakit.
I couldn't help but agree. Of course.
So it's really preference. Diba? It's
Yeah.
really preference.
Saldua comes in, 51-39. So again, San Juan doing it in the third quarter, although a steal by Batalier.
To be clear, both are Filipinos. Even si Gianna, she's Filipino-Canadian.
Uy, India. Reverse does not work, gets it back. Against 3 defenders. And draws a foul.
And just a poor decision by San Juan. First, you allow the offensive rebound. Second, those were 3 blue shirts walling up against a smaller India. And they end up fouling him.
Someone got teed up.
Technical foul,
Yeah.
Bacolod Bulls Masters coach Bacolod for using profane language.
Yeah. Coach Pau
Orang membantu Racing Semarang.
is visibly upset, having a heated discussion with our game officials here. Not sure what he was contesting.
Traveling yata, no? Yung kanyang kinokontest dun sa
kanina, no?
huling galawan sa kabila.
So Omar at the line.
Oo. Ginagaya ba niya si Michael Porter? Yun dyan sa balikat niya, no?
Yung sa kaliwa, no?
Yung sa kaliwa. O natanggal lang yung kanyang kinesia team. I don't know. It looks to me that way. That was quite odd, by the way, yung how, you know, for those who watch the playoffs, yung series ng OKC and then the Nuggets, right, injured his shoulder and then that's the first. Yung nakita ko yung support niya, whatever that was.
Special team from 1xBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer. PJ Inti at the line. Averaging close to 10 points per contest. Sablay yung unang free throw. So far, San Juan has outscored Bacolod by 5 points. Make that 4 after that free throw make. If you're Bacolod, you have to be careful here and maintain this within striking distance tong kalamangan ng San Juan. Now it's their turn to try to put in the pressure on Bacolod.
I believe it was a 1-2-1-1. I thought it was a successful delay. They only have 10 seconds to try to generate a shot here.
Alforque nowhere to go. Gives it up to Denison. Alforque, not his strong suit, but he's wide open. Hits that free.
Now here's the thing. You can delay all you want, but it has to be the full 24 seconds. Last time, bumitaw sila dun sa huling 2 segundo. Libre si Alforque.
55-40. Biggest lead now for the Knights. Aldave Canoy high off the glass and in.
How about that? Showing a little bit of that athleticism. Lumutang sa ere, no? Para makuha yung angulo sa banda na yun.
8,000 lead for San Juan, 55-42. Guamar. Back to Alforque. Guamar is free. Forga free. Book it.
Just a simple drive and kick and yung pagbalik sa pwesto, yung pag-relocate ni Guamar after the drive. Catch and shoot. Pasok. Good hands.
Denison able to tap it loose. Ball will stay though with Bacolod. Viloria and Hugdatan comes in for San Juan.
Ito yung drive and then yung pass back. No, I tell you, yung mga ganyang pasa, yung mga solid play, simpleng pasa, ang laking bagay nun para sa mga kakampi mo. And pagbalik ng bola niya, libre kagad si Guamar.
Duboze, 3-point shot, knocked down by Mark.
That's a big shot.
Back to 13, 58-45. Bacolod still applying pressure all the way to the backcourt. The pass, Viloria. Hugdatan settle things down. Alforque way off on that 3-point attempt. Guamar steps into a free. It rolls out. Bacolod dodging a bullet there. Duboze stopping his tracks by Guamar. Batalier binigay kay Adjay. Susugurin si Papa Ray. Baseline drive. Aldave Canoy, dangerous pass. Naagaw na tuluyan ni Alforque. Royce, the dump. Guamar tried to save it. Alforque gets it back. Guamar from the left corner as they reload their offense. 10 on their shot clock. Hugdatan, popostehan si Ira Batalier. Reynel against Ira. Hugdatan. Oh, fishing expedition.
Fishing. Sana yan si Papa Ray. Madalas yan dun sa kanila eh. I believe sa, ano to, vlogger to eh.
Oo nga.
Oo. Pangasinan ba? Eh, oo. O Tarlac.
Papasok sa loob si Anthony White para dito sa Bacolod. Anthony White missed his previous 6 games after getting injured against Marikina. Miles Canyal comes in as well. Hugdatan at the line. This free throw atid sa atin na Extreme. Ang subot, kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. First one's good for Reynel Hugdatan. Naalala ko to, Negro Slasher to sa NBA.
No, buti ka pa.
Usus!
Naikwento na lang sa akin yun eh.
Sen Jinggoy is happy.
Share mo naman sa akin oh. Puro mga highlights ang nakikita ko sa YouTube eh. Si Ajay. Pero nice drive. You see, sinoportahan yung statement ko. Na-shoot yung tira.
JC Ajay cutting this lead down to 13. Pero yun yung di ma-break ng Bacolod ever since San Juan re-established this double-digit lead. Hugnatan, sizing up Kanyal. Oh, Kanyal getting the block. Saldua gives it up to Duboze. Hand off. JC Ajay lost it. Wamar stops, fires, scores!
Masakit yun. That mishandle by Ajay because Duboze was wide open on the right wing. Instead of getting an open shot, ends up as a turnover on the other end and a score.
Ajay, this time, no hesitation, off the mark. Viloria in transition. Oh, strong drive to the hoop. This lead has ballooned to 18. Duboze sa gitna. Saldua. Oh, great block from behind by Granian Viloria.
Was not able to gather the basketball initially. Ito si Saldua, and as soon as na-gather niya na yung bola, na-timingan ni Viloria galing sa likod yung palpal.
Duboze, shot clock is off. Mark drives baseline. Doesn't get the roll. Saldua, 2 seconds remaining, in trouble. Duboze will not get it off in time. Third quarter comes to an end. And a strong finishing kick for the Knights in this quarter.
Wasn't a good one for Bacolod.
Orlan Wamar finding the range once more here. As we check out the highlights of the game, brought to you by Simplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
27-17, a +10 difference no, in favor of San Juan. This was one of them, that acrobatic layup by Calisan in transition. Duboze right here with the in and out move and a strong finish. That was halfway through this quarter. Ito yung masakit, the mishandle, and then the stop and pop 3 by arguably the best point guard in the league in Orlan Wamar.
Orlan Wamar with 10 points. And San Juan heading into the fourth quarter with an 18-point lead over Bacolod, 65-47. Check out our LGR fan outfit of the game. Of course, LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Thank you, LGR.
Chester Saldua. Was that his sister? I'm not sure, I have to verify that.
Well, I know one of his sisters, kung mas marami pa sa isa, no? You're talking about Chester Saldua, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Meron siyang meron siyang kapatid na reporter, di ba?
Yeah.
Si Bianca.
Si Bianca, yeah.
65-47. Right on cue, Saldua. Hook shot does not work. Tries to power through and scores
Right
over Gamboa and Hugnatan.
Yeah, she used to be our courtside reporter when I played for San Miguel in the ABL.
Ooh, okay. 65-49.
Hey Bianca, if you're listening, what's up?
Shout out. 65-49.
Very supportive yan sa kanyang kapatid. Nung Davao days pa lang ni Chester dito sa MPBL.
Arvin Gamboa showing us the range. 67-49. Duboze, Anthony White, JC Ajay, Miles Calñal, and Chester Saldua. The 5 on the floor for Coach Pau Javelona. Saldua playing just in his 4th game. Ajay using that Saldua screen. Short. Running start for Sabandal. Wamar, same spot. Different result, the miss. Ball ends up with Kanyal. Duboze nagmamadali. Susugurin yung depensa. Binagsak papunta kay Saldua who could not finish. Wamar. Sabandal, libre sa right corner. Duboze collects the rebound for Bacolod. 8.5 to go here in the fourth. Bacolod still down by 18 points. Nakasona ulit ang San Juan. Anthony White thought about it. Now pulls up from mid-range. Matulis yung tira. Not much arc on that one.
Kung talagang binibigay ng San Juan yung mga outside shots, no, really daring them to shoot. The last 3 attempts have been wide open looks for Bacolod. Just couldn't convert. This is an offensive foul, I believe, yes.
Again sa Bandal.
Yeah, sige, Joe M.
Fresh off his stint for Adamson. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. The title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Arvin Gamboa showing the offensive arsenal. The improved one at that. 67-49 pa rin. Aldiv Canoy nasa loob na. Great pass. Batalier setting up. Chester Saldua inside.
Good things usually will open up every time against the zone. No? Pag umabot sa high post yung bola.
Sa Bandal. This time from the left side. This time he will not miss.
Off that pass by Orlan.
JC Adje. Duboze. Same play. Batalier though opts to take that shot. Rebound ends up with Joem Sabandal.
Almost all the misses dito sa fourth quarter. Kaya lahat kapos para sa Bacolod.
Pugnatan. Sizing up Batalier again. Sabandal catch and shoot off that handoff. Saldua collects his 11th rebound. Aldiv Canoy. Kick out Duboze. 3-point shot. Knocks that one down. Mark Duboze.
Now with 18.
18 points for Mark Duboze.
Second 3 of the game.
3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Wamar. Gamboa, top of the key. Puts it on the deck. Blows past the defense of JC Ajay and scores with the left hand.
How about the touch? Hindi madaling finish yun, ha? Obviously with the offhand. But that was not an open layup. Somebody challenged them at the rim. Jab fake, 2 dribbles. How about the touch high off the glass using the left hand over the outstretched arm of Saldua?
And San Juan, again, just piling it on. And they're ahead by 18, 72-54. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer. Still here at the Pasay Astrodome. And Butch Gamboa, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 54.5% field goal shooting clip laban sa Nueva Ecija. At may report si Gianna tungkol kay Arvin.
Dahil sports and wellness management ang kursong tinapos ni Arvin Gamboa sa Mapua, kwento niya na balang araw sana makapagbukas siya ng personal training business. Sabi niya, expanding his reach off-court ay isa sa mga natutunan niya sa mga veterano ng kanilang koponan. He really looks up to Tito Ray Hugnatan and Tito Jeff Tajonera here in the San Juan Knights, joining them during their extra work after practice. And then after that daw, may konting bonding pa sila playing Dota or Call of Duty. Back to you guys.
Nalaro ka ba ng Dota?
Hindi. I'm a 2K guy.
2K?
Yeah. That's a gandang info nugget yun, ha, Gianna. Especially yung extra workout. Hindi lang ni Papa Ray, but how about Tajonera?
Kaya nga eh.
Oo,
doon ako nagulat eh.
Nakakagulat siya. At the same time, it sort of like reinforces kung bakit kumpiyansa sa kanya itong San Juan because we talked about Wamar as a mainstay, Ubalde as a mainstay. Tahonera, I believe, has been here since season 2 or season 3. No, so he's been here the last 5 seasons, 4 to 5 seasons. And that mention of an extra work by Tahonera supports that.
Orlan Omar, now he's trying to post up Duboze. Inside they go. Oh, Hugnatan with an offhanded finish.
Trust me, he is as good. That right hand is as good as his left hand. And as I always say about Papa Ray, he used to give me nightmares nung mag-teammate kami at binabantayan ko siya.
Ganda rin naman yung galaw doon ni Miles Canyal.
Bumawi.
Using the shimmy there. John Jackson from the outside, way off. Canoy. Tatakbo dito ang Bacolod. Good transition defense by San Juan. Matalier. PJ Intia. Laban kay Rainiel Viloria. And buries a free.
So look now, it's a 15-point game. And that last shot by Jackson, binigyan siya ng green light no, ng bench. I believe ni Coach Sen to make a move. Papasok ngayon si Ubalde. But before that one, yung 3 points, jumps the lead down to 15. Ito yung magandang galawan sa poste.
Today the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
You have that feeling na turo yan ng former number 1 pick, assistant coach ngayon ng Bacolod na si Noy Baclao.
Juan Denison coming in. So nag-upsize itong Bacolod. In comes Sobrevega trying to shackle ito si Orlan Wamar. Denison lost it. Ball will go back to Bacolod.
Hate that feeling. Ay, nawawala ng bola sa'yo dahil sa dulas, no? Yung, lalo na pagpatira ka na.
Coach Alex. 4:40 remaining here. It's a round of time if you're Bacolod.
Dami pa to.
Matalier, laban kay Gamboa. Now it's Saldua against Ron Denison, backing him down on the right side. 8 seconds on their shot clock. Saldua facing a triple team. Intia, someone's open, but PJ goes inside. Gets the basket. Plus a foul. PJ Intia, a 3-point play opportunity.
That's a great read by Chester Saldua. Pounded inside, 2 to 3 dribbles. Kicking it out. You see 3 on the ball here. The uncontrolled closeout. Late help. And then the 3-point play with contact by Intia. 13-point lead.
Free throw coming up. It's down to 12. India, 11 points. May tatawid ng San Juan ng bola. Gamboa handling the rock. No handoff, so Gamboa still with the basketball. Going right at Batalier. Fades away. No good. Ubalde and Canyal battling for it. Foul will be called against Miles Canyal.
Everything but the shot right there. How about, we talked about the improvement skill-wise ni Gamboa. How about that move? Di lang na shoot, no? Fake handoff, and then getting to the post. And then a 2-feet stop with a fade.
Denison binalik kay Gamboa. Batalier trying to keep in step with him. Gamboa. Oh man, right on cue, Coach Chris.
My goodness. My goodness. You could just see that he's at that point in terms of his ball handling and breakdown moves. There's a comfort level to it already.
Ibang klase. Nawala yung bola kay Sobrevega. Numbers here for the guys in blue. Ubalde cuts. Oh, lays it up and in.
Eyes at the back of his head. Orlan Wamar leaves that ball. Ubalde showing the touch with a backhand finish. Pero sagot ni Ira.
How about Orlan Wamar though? Another double-double, 10 points, 10 assists. Offensive foul against Joseph Ubalde. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet. two longest tenured San Juan Knights connecting there, Wamar and Joseph Ubalde. Hintia, susugod na naman, natapikan. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Tubok Slashers. 10 on their shot clock. Saldua, inbounds at baseline, balik sa loob si Duboze. Kanyal, 4 seconds sa kailang shot clock. Miles gets past Ubalde. And pabandang tira yan para kay Miles Kanyal.
Gotta love the patience ni Miles Kanyal. Pagkatanggap niya ng bola, sumilip sa shot clock. Did not settle for the lower percentage shot. And then just 2 dribbles in, able to sneak in his inside shoulder. Binanda pa no, ng isang kamay.
Yeah, but timeout from San Juan with 3 minutes remaining. Head of Security, Rudy Distrito, and Head of Operations, Emer Oreta. Up next, our main game, the Cebu Classic, trying to go for back-to-back victories, while Pasay trying to snap back-to-back losses. Although they have an impressive record at home, although they lost to this team, San Juan, the last time out.
Dito yun.
Dito yun.
Oh, game winner ni Maikes galing sa pasa ni Wamar.
Exactly 3 minutes remaining. Bacolod still trailing by 11 points. Wamar against Duboze. Gamboa. Back to Orlan Wamar. Duboze trying to keep in step. They blitz it.
Good
bounce pass inside. Joseph Ubalde. Jackson, same spot. Same result, a miss. Chance here for Bacolod. PJ Intia going right at Wamar. Saldua there. Trail job. Good. Count it. Plus a foul.
Now this is why you always want your big man to run the break. It's always a bonus. This time though, si Chester Saldua obviously did that. Hindi lang yun. Nakadampot pa ng loose ball and was able to finish the fast break. Kasama pang foul.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Saldua missing though on the free throw, but flirting with a double-double. 9 points, 11 rebounds. Quick trigger from Denison off the heel. Intia skies high for the rebound. 2 and 14 left. 9-point lead. Batalier handling the rock against Gamboa.
Two-man game between the two big men.
Batalier still with the rock. Now to our final 2
Counted
minutes.
to, ha?
Muntikan na.
Oh. How about that? Saldua brought the ball down. Care of India. Binigay kay Batalier sa ibabaw. Tumawag ng empty corner ball screen yung 5 sa 4. Bihira mangyari yun dito sa MPBL.
Kung titignan mo kasi yung lineup nila, Coach Chris, 3 bigs eh. Batalier, Saldua, and Kanyal.
Kanyal. And that puts Kanyal at the 5, you're right. But it also shows you yung versatility ng lineup na to sa loob para kay Coach Pau Javelona.
Batalier is probably playing the 3 spot right now. And he cashes in both. Batalier, former Letran Knight, former UST Growling Tiger. 7 lang ang lamang, ha? This is still winnable if you're Bacolod. Wamar though has other plans. Has stare down on Miles Kanyal after that layup. Sabi niya, anong height mo?
Nagmukhang cones yung mga white shirts dun eh. From the backcourt to the front.
Batalier. Step back. 3-point shot, actually long 2. And Denison clears it for San Juan.
Not a fan of that shot.
Soberano will milk the clock now for the Knights. Gunning for win number 10. after suffering that tough loss kontra Nueva Ecija. Kalisaan, nilabas. Maikes could be the dagger, but off to the right. Bacolod still has a slight opening here. 63 seconds remaining. PJ Intia will trigger it in. So nag-downsize itong Bacolod.
Pinasok si AJ. Nilabas si Batalier. Double drag.
Rubose. Mark still with a rock. Saldua did not pass it to Kanyal. Now he gives it up to Ajay. 7 on their shot clock. JC. Kanyal for free. Too strong. And San Juan looking good here. 37 seconds remaining. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Knights.
Orlan really fortunate. So right there, no need to rush. They could have just used some time. Na-deflect, pero bola mananatili sa kanila.
Dexter Maikes. Popping out. AC. Flat on that free. Bola babalik sa Bacolod. But time not on their side. Only 25 seconds remaining. Dubose. Napunta kay PJ Intia. Great pass. Saldua na cut the score.
Too quick to give up if you're San Juan. Yes, nakascore itong Bacolod, pero masyadong mabilis at madali yun.
3-possession ball game. Maikes. Bacolod needs to foul. Only their third team foul. That's actually working against them at the moment. Check out this assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Kalisaan catches. Another foul given up by Bacolod. Still a foul to give for the Tubo Slashers. Bacolod still has one timeout. And one foul to give. And that puts San Juan to the free throw line.
Which is the most pressured thing to do as a San Juan Knight. Whether you're leading or not.
May nagmamanman sa gilid.
Oo. Lamang man kayo ng 20 o hindi, it's a sin as a Knight to miss a free throw. Kaya kailangan praktisado kayo mabuti dyan.
Oo. Priceless yung reaction ni Sen eh.
Oo.
Pag nagmibintes.
Halos nagiging 3-folds na. Ano nangyari?
That's a free thrower violation, I think. Parang nag-pump fix si Denison.
Bawal yun, no?
Oo. Timeout Bacolod. 7 seconds remaining. Still down by 8. That's their final timeout as they try to map out the play here. We'll pause for break. We'll be back. Pau Havelona. No, it's been a tough stretch of 3 games after that win against Parañaque. He actually had chances against Caloocan and had a tough loss against Abra here. Actually, they fought tooth and nail. Dubose, no good. Kanyal, that will count.
For final score purposes.
But San Juan prevailing here. A great way to bounce back after that setback laban dito sa Nueva Ecija, as we see here.
Kung counted yan.
Oo. Yep. Clearly. And making the lead a more respectable one. But San Juan, nonetheless, getting the win here. And very important, especially na yung magkakadikit sa team standings natin. Coach Chris, Nueva Ecija, Abra, Pampanga still lurking. And San Juan, Orlan Wamar with another great performance. Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Medyo subdued yung kanyang production dito but made it when it count, Coach Chris.
No question, Orlan Wamar, he was the steady to the ship dito sa San Juan, and this is probably not how they envisioned itong bounce back game na to, no? They probably envisioned themselves to be up by more. But what's important at the end of the day is that you get the job done, and a big part of that is because of Orlan Wamar's double-double performance.
Wamar giving San Juan the W here. Final score 83-77 San Juan over Bacolod. And San Juan 10th win. And let's go to Gianna.
Orlan Wamar of the San Juan Knights is our best player of the game. Orlan, alam nga namin na gusto nyo talaga maka-bounce back from your last game, your first loss of the season against Nueva Ecija. Paano nyo ginamit ito bilang motivation ngayon?
Nagkasundo-sundo lang kami sa practice na kailangan talaga namin mag-bounce back. So, mahaba pa yung liga, kailangan namin mag-move forward. So, gladly nakuha namin yung panalo pero madami pa talaga kaming kailangan trabahuin.
Well, I also want to say congratulations to you, Orlan, kasi ito ang iyong pang-apat na double-double performance this season and fourth best player of the game honors. Napansin namin na sa first half, you contributed 3 points, but in the third quarter, dun mo talaga na-push yung sarili mo. Ano yung nasa isip mo nung pumasok ka sa second half?
Wala naman, lagi lang nila ako sila sabihin ng mga coaches na kailangan ko i-balance yung points and assists kasi kailangan ko talaga din daw ma-involve sa offense. So, kailangan ko pa pagtrabahuan talaga kasi malaki yung goal namin ngayon. So, tingnan pa natin sa susunod.
Alam din namin na maraming sumusuporta sa inyong koponan. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung walang sawa sumusuporta sa amin, si Senator Jingo Estrada, Boss Monching Talisayon, Boss James Go, Boss Dennis Abella, Go for Gold, Boss Jeremy Go, 6'9 Pong Bar, Abella Industries, 19-14 Athletics, JSU Amusok, Boss Nolet Otaysa, si Pastor Ferdy. Binabati ko yung parents ko na nasa Bohol ngayon, mama ko, papa ko, kapatid ko, mga family ko din na nasa lolo't lola sa Cebu. Yung fiancé ko na walang sawa sumusuporta sa akin, Rafaela de Rivera. Sila Tito, Tita, Lolo Boy, Lola Belen, Boss Julius, Tolosa and Dongeros family, sila Boss Mark Bage, kaya sino ba? Si Pierre, yun lang siguro.
Thank you very much and congratulations to our best player of the game, Orlan Wamar of the San Juan Knights. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you, Ken and Christian.
Maraming salamat, G. And congratulations to Orlan Wamar and the San Juan Knights. Up next, the Cebu Classic, trying to get another win under their belt. They will take on the defending Pasay Voyagers at home with a 7-5 record, kaya manatiling nakasubaybay dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.